Christmas is a time of giving. Like giving your girlfriend or wife that perfect gift that says, I love you.
This year, give her the gift of bowling.
Or like surprising your kids with something awesome that they didn't expect. Or like when a good friend is overcome with the spirit of giving and tosses you the keys to his brand new 700 horsepower Challenger SRT Hellcat and says, keep it as long as you want. Wait, what? That's never happened to you? Well, I guess I've been pretty good this year because I had that opportunity and it was awesome. This is my buddy's 2015 Challenger Hellcat in the eye-popping sublime metallic color. Breaking up all of that lime green paint is the optional satin black aluminum hood with functional vents. Under that hood lies the heart of this beast, a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8, the most powerful production V8 engine ever. Behind that monster of an engine, you'll find a heavy-duty Tremec 6-speed manual transmission and a beefed-up independent rear differential. A Bilstein 3-mode suspension keeps all 4,400 pounds of mass under control, and the glue that holds this angry kitty to the road are 4 Pirelli P0 Nero tires in the 275/40 ZR20 size, mounted on 9.5-inch wide lightweight wheels. To put a stop to all of this supercharged goodness are Brembo 6-piston calipers on giant 15.4-inch 2-piece rotors up front and 4-piston calipers biting on 13.8-inch rotors in the rear. Inside, you'll find a super comfy interior that is loaded with all of the luxury, technology, and performance goodies you could ever want. This is the Challenger Hellcat, the ultimate expression of the modern American muscle car. Let's go for a ride. So when the modern Challenger first came out years ago, I instantly fell in love with the look and the whole package. To me, it was the most honest interpretation of the American muscle car. You had the Camaro, you had the Mustang, which are great cars in their own right, but they've gone more towards a sport coupe category. The Challenger was just so true to its original muscle car retro form, and I think that's why folks love them so much. But the Hellcat just takes that Challenger formula, those classic retro looks, good handling platform, comfortable interior, and just drops a bomb in it with this engine and drivetrain combo. I was raised on American muscle cars. From a small town in Pennsylvania, we didn't have, imports running around, European cars, nothing like that. It was all American cars, and the muscle car was the top of the food chain. It's what everyone aspired to and what everyone loved. This car is clearly the epitome of the muscle car. There is no question about that. It's the most powerful muscle car ever and the fastest muscle car ever. So you have to love that right off the bat. So while driving this is bringing back all sorts of nostalgia and memories, this is such a different modern interpretation. The ride is fantastic. It's smooth and comfortable. The air is blowing on me. I'm completely comfortable and relaxed in here. The interior is really fantastic, and it has all this amazing technology in here. I'm looking at these performance pages, these SRT performance pages. I've got all the gauges up here. There's even a horsepower gauge, which is just glorious. Every performance car should have that. you notice right away from behind the wheel is how much thought and effort the Dodge SRT folks put into this car. This isn't some kind of hopped up engine special. You have to give them all the credit in the world for just going for it. I mean, they could have hopped up their existing Challenger a little bit and called it the Hellcat, but they just went for it. I mean, just the name alone, Hellcat. They could have called it the SRT 700 or something like that, you know, but they didn't just give it a name, an awesome name like Hellcat. They gave it an identity, a character, a presence. I'm driving this thing around. I went and got gas just a minute ago. I'm driving this thing around. People are pointing and waving and commenting, asking me to roll the window down. I rolled my window down. Hey, can I drive that thing? I had a lady at the gas station basically proposing to me. I had to show her my ring. I'm already married. So, I mean, this car gets so much attention. It's incredible. People love this thing. And I think it's the same reason I'm falling in love. It's the nostalgia. It's the modern interpretation of the American muscle car. So let's talk some performance figures. With the red key, 707 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds, quarter mile, 11.5 seconds at 126 miles per hour. On the right sticky drag surface, 10.8. You know, even though this car is so packed full of high performance engineering and that crazy horsepower figure and performance numbers, it's not an unruly car. It's not a beast. I mean, you got that sound coming out of the back, which always reminds you there's just a mad V8 under the hood, and you hear a little supercharger whine as you go through the gears, which is just incredible. I need a supercharger in my life, I think. But it's a completely comfortable and relaxed driving experience. So what's this thing like to drive? Well, you know, it feels big from behind the steering wheel. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the hood's way out there, and you can feel the size and weight of the car. This thing weighs about 1,800 pounds more than my V8 Miata. But it's a total kitten to drive. I mean, the shifter's just telepathic going through the gears. The clutch feels good. The steering is excellent. The brakes are really something. I touched them a little too hard earlier, and it about put me into the steering wheel. The first thing you notice as you're driving is that exhaust note. It's always there, and it's perfect. I think they nailed it. It's not too loud, it's not too quiet. You don't have to instantly go out and change the exhaust just to hear it. It sounds perfect. Teaming up with that exhaust note is that little bit of supercharger whine as you're just cruising. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but as you just start to get into the gas, you can just hear that little bit of supercharger whine, and it's the perfect companion to that exhaust burble. Alright, now we're just tooling along here in first gear. Let's see what the Hellcat's got under the hood. Wow, that is awesome. Man, this thing rips. That sport mode just lets the sort of rear end walk around a little bit, and this thing rips. Wow. I knew this thing was fast. I mean, obviously it's fast, but that's cool. I dig it. After just cruising along, boy, that engine just comes alive. That is surprising. Oh, I want one. This thing builds up the speed fast, and I tell you, with these big cars like this, it sneaks up on you really quick. When you're in a smaller sports car, I think you get a more accurate sensation of the speed. With this car, you're sitting up high, it's big all around you, and the speed really sneaks up on you. See, I knew this would happen. I want a Hellcat. Drive one, and you'll understand.
So that was my day with the Challenger Hellcat. A giant hulk of a car that is just as happy transporting you across state lines in total comfort as it is scaring the pants off you the moment you drop the hammer on that supercharged Hemi. I enjoyed every minute behind the wheel and am thankful for the opportunity to have driven it. Whether you love or hate the Challenger Hellcat, you must respect how well it does what it does. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for all of your awesome support this year, and I hope 2016 is your best year ever.